You to this morning's auction for this wonderful property in Kambah here, number 9 Loder Place. My name is Dan Cooper. It's my absolute pleasure to be conducting your auction here. I've also been fortunate enough to be the marketing agent for this property, and I can assure you our sellers, Robert and Sandra, and I'm sure a lot of the neighbours will attest to this, they are just lovely people, and we are very grateful for the opportunity to market and sell what has been a well-loved and enjoyed family home for many, many years. I've also got to put a big shout out to all the neighbours. Thanks guys for helping out throughout the campaign. For those that don't know, of course our sellers have moved interstate. The neighbours have certainly taken the lead here, and they've been helping with gardens and sweeping the leaves, and of course I must make special mention to the cricketers as well. Thanks for coming out in support here today. Speaking of which, it's a very fast wicket, I believe, guys, so there you go, that might be your ball. Folks, of course we are here to welcome in a new owner to this wonderful little enclave here in Kambah. You probably hear it often, but in terms of location, end of a quiet cul-de-sac, and the neighbours are absolutely delightful. They're all lovely. So you're buying in a great location, buyers. We wish you all the very best with your bidding. Now, of course, we are selling today subject to the prescribed auction terms and conditions of sale. They're on display behind Victoria there. I'll go through those in a couple of moments, but before we do, folks, of course, I'll introduce the team. We've got Andrew over here behind the camera. Victoria will be taking down your bids. Patrick here. Sally's on the phone with a bidder, and you would have met Cheyenne throughout the marketing, as well as Adrian here as well. So the team are here to help and assist. If you have any questions at all throughout the auction, please grab one of the team members and they will help you out. Now, I mentioned the terms and conditions of sale. I'll go through those very quickly with you now. Of course, as auctioneer, I may make one bid on behalf of the seller at any time during the auction. Each person bidding, of course, must be entered on the bidder's record. So if you have a number in your hand, I will take a bid from you. If you don't, I simply cannot. Of course, as auctioneer, I may refuse any bid. I don't know why I would do that, but that's one of the terms. I may also decide the amount by which the bidding is to be advanced, or withdraw the property from sale if I feel it's not in the best interest of the seller. Of course, as auctioneer, we may refer bids back and forth to our owners. They're inside, of course. You'll see Patrick disappear a couple of times throughout the auction. If I disappear, we're simply just referring those numbers back to our sellers inside. If there are any disputes, of course, my decision will be final in relation to those disputes. The sale, of course, is subject to a reserve price. We have a very realistic reserve set for you here today, and of course the highest bidder will be the buyer, subject to reaching or exceeding that reserve price. And of course, cooling off rights do not apply to an auction sale. It is the best way to buy property in Canberra today. Now, the contract we've supplied, we would have sent that out to you, myself or Cheyenne, throughout the marketing. It describes the property legally as Block 2, Section 263 in the division of Kambah known as 9 Loder Place. Now, we are offering the property with vacant possession. The inclusions as noted on the contract are the standard fixed floor coverings, light fittings and window treatments as inspected, and the date for completion, it does say 30 days on the contract. If you have made pre-negotiated terms, of course, about that, that will be upheld. The deposit, of course, 10% will go on the front page as well, but there is a part deposit clause that we can tick to cover your 5% deposit here today, if that helps. So we'll make it nice and easy for you folks in relation to the, obviously, settlement and deposit arrangements. So, folks, that's the legalities of today. Of course, the terms and conditions have been covered, the contract as well. So if I see you bidding on that, you are comfortable with those terms. Now, it's about the property, and I touched on the family. As I mentioned, I don't want to sell this because I want to stay in touch with these guys. They've been great fun and a great family to work for. But having a chat with them initially when we first discussed the property, it was about raising a family here. 3 kids, of course, plenty of off-street parking, as you can see. But in terms of Christmas, Easters and family gatherings, there's plenty on offer here today. It is a thumping block of land in excess of 1,350 odd square metres. You don't get many of those these days. So they say land is king, and it certainly is the case here. It's also positioned right at the end of the cul-de-sac, which is obvious, but what a great location. The property itself has been very versatile over the years. Of course, I love that use of the timber throughout the property, those beautiful windows and doors. Very expensive to replace those, I can assure you. And of course, in terms of living space, they've had that extension done many, many years ago, which enables you to sort of use that as a teenage retreat. Put the kids down there if you like, and they can do what they want. Room for a pool, folks. All the neighbours would like to see another pool in the area, I'm sure, to have the kids have a swim. But I love the property, and I can assure you there's been some fiercely contested cricket matches played on this driveway. So, great family home, folks. So I'd like to welcome in the new owner now. I'll stop talking and hopefully get some engagement from the crowd. Looking for an opening bid or offer? Where do we start? 9 Loder place in Kambah. Take an opening bid. Doesn't have to be your best. Yes, Sally? 900. 900 on the phone there with bid number 1 at 900 now, and away we go. Would have thought straight to 1 from there, but at 900 we'll take that. At 1 now, sir. Bid number 4 now at $1 million. At $1 million now with bid number 4. I'll take 50 if it helps, Sally. $1.50 if it's on the phone there. At $1 million now. $1.50 now. Back with bid number 1. Can say 1.1, sir. We're at $1.50 now. I'll take 25 if it helps. Can I say $1.75?
We'll go to 25.
Thank you, sir. Bid number 7 now at $1.75 now. We have rounding up to 1.1, sell if you will. Bid number 1 now at $1.75. Welcome to the bidding there, sir and ma'am. Bid number 7 at $1.75. Any interest over there, sir? I know you've got 1.1 on the phone now. At 1.1 now we have. Did I say 50, folks? I love spending other people's money on a Saturday morning. But I'll take 25 if it helps. We'll say 1.125. It's hard with the mask and the sunnies on. You've really got me there, haven't you? 25, why not? So 1,125,000 now. I'll take 50 if it's there, Sal. At 1,125,000 now we have. 11.25 now, folks. At 1,125,000 now, about to welcome in the new owners, hopefully. For the first time we're calling it 1,125. Second, third and final time now, 1,125,000. 1.15. 150 now. Just say 175. We're at 1,150,000 now, folks. $1,150,000. Haven't forgotten about you there, sir. I know you've got your partner on the phone, your wife on the phone in Victoria. Any further interest there? Okay. 1150 on the phone here, folks. What do you say, guys? Call away then once again. On the phone now, they're down at Bateman's Bay, I believe, at 1150 for the first, second, third and final time.
Take 5 grand down.
Absolutely. 55. 1,155 now. I'll take 60 back on the phone if you like, Sal. At 155 now. At 1,155,000 now. We'll take any form of currency, won't we, Andrew? At 1,155,000 now. 160. 65 straight back if you like. At 1,160,000 now. 1160 it is. 9 Loder place here in Kambah, folks. $1,160,000 only. Any further interest there, guys? I'll call it away once again. For the first time. Second. Third and final call. 65. 165 now. Sal, go to 170 if it helps. At 1,165,000 now. Any further interest there? Just relaying things on the phone. It's always a bit tricky, but at 1,165,000 now we have. Won't hang and dwell. Maybe just let Sally know. Yep.
1.17.
170 now, and we are on the market for outright sale, folks. We've exceeded that magic number at 1,170,000 now. Happy to sell. We're playing for keeps, folks. At $1,170,000, we're going to sell away here. 9 Loder place in Kambah this morning. At $1,170,000 only. I'll take another 5 if it helps, guys. Now's your chance. At $1,170,000 now. Any further interest before we call it away? In your favour there, bidder number 1 on the phone. For the first time. Second. Third and final time now. Are you definitely out, folks?
10 more.
10 more. 180. At 1,180,000 now. It's getting exciting, folks. At 1,180,000, can I suggest 1.2 on the phone there, Sally, please? At 1,180,000 now. Back with our family right here, front and centre at 1,180,000. Won't keep you too much longer, guys. Obviously a big decision here on the phone at 1,180,000 only. Need a yes or a no there, please, Sally? 2 secs, okay. At 1,180,000 now, called away once again. silence is deafening. Yes.
Sorry, Dan, 2 seconds.
That's okay. No worries. Just going to have one quick team talk inside, guys. A bit with you. Just give me 2 seconds. All right. The instructions are clear, folks. We're going to sell
1.19.
1.19 now. Given some time on the phone, folks, I'll give you the same courtesy. If you need a couple of minutes, that's okay. We're at 1,190,000 now. Do you want to round me up to 1.2? Crunching the numbers there, I appreciate it's a huge decision here, folks. We're not taking it lightly at all. At 1,190,000 now. Have a team talk if you have to.
Formulas happening over there. Yeah. Oh. They don't want to know that. Oh yeah. She said,
Five more? Okay, so this Victoria, where are we now? We're at
1195.
Okay, 1,195,000 now, Sally. You round me up to 1.2 if you like. Definitely out. Okay. Could be your lucky day there, sir, ma'am. I'm going to call it 3 times once again. At $1,195,000 only, we're going to sell here today. 9 Loder Place in Kambah. The first, second, third and final time. Definitely out, Sally. 100%. It's going. Sold. Congratulations. Well bought. Commiserations to our underbidder on the phone, of course, the new surfer coming out. Congratulations to our new owners. Welcome to 9 Loder Place on behalf of myself and the team. Thank you, neighbours, for coming out and support. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Kobe. Kobe.
cool.